What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you had a great weekend. Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I want to say we all need to pray for Florida, Atlanta, that whole area. Um, I seen videos of downtown Miami over the weekend, and it was crazy. Water everywhere, trees blowing all over the fucking place. It was crazy. So I definitely want to pray for them. Send out my prayers to them. Send out your prayers to them. Um, and hope everybody makes it out. They made it out okay. Hope they still, make it out all right. Um, and today is definitely a special day. Um, Today's the 16th anniversary of 9/11. Um, Send out my prayers to everybody who was affected by that. That was such a tragic day, and I remember that day like it was yesterday. I swear I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 8 years old when that happened. Yeah, I was about 8 years old when that happened, and that was some crazy shit. Crazy. I remember I was coming home from school. I think they let school out early that day when that happened. I remember going home, seeing it all over the news. It was on every TV station. You turned every station, it was on. That was crazy. Definitely got to remember 9/11. Such a tragic time in the U.S. It was astronomical. Like that shit was ridiculous. Um, so, and further foremost, I want to say happy birthday to the incomparable, the talented Laura Wright, aka Carly Corinthos. Happy birthday to Laura Wright. Um, so let's get into this video. You already know I'm about to talk some shit. You know I am, right? Okay. I'm just preparing you for it. But I it was crazy, man. Everybody was in Ava's business today. I mean, damn. Everybody was all up in her Kool-Aid and didn't even know the flavor. Like seriously, they was just all up in the Kool-Aid. Like damn, Kiki, Lulu, just all up in her shit. Like damn, can the woman live? Cause Lulu seen her having a tense conversation with Valentin at the Metro Court, and it was over that document he wanted her to sign, saying she wouldn't testify against him in that civil suit that Spencer has against him. She was reluctant to sign that document. She really was. Honestly, I'm pissed that Ava signed it, but then again, I understand why she signed it. I get it. Because when you're in her shoes, you feel like your whole life is just, there's no point in living. Especially looking like that, because you feel like you're being ridiculed everywhere you go in public. You just feel like people are pointing and laughing, kids are running from you, they're scared. You know what I mean? You couldn't begin to know how she felt unless you were in that situation. I've never been in that, but I kind of in my mind I get where she's coming from. Why she wants to do the surgery and she's willing to do whatever. She obviously feels horrible for signing that document. She didn't want to sign that. She wants justice for Nicholas in any way she can get it. She wants that. But Valentine made her an offer, like in the mob, they say, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. It was an offer she downright couldn't refuse. And I can't say I blame her. I'm totally pissed that she signed it, but I get why she signed it. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you, I'm going to be real with you. If I was in that situation, half my face is burnt up looking like Freddy Krueger, bitch, I would want the surgery too. I don't want to go my life looking like Skeletor. Hell no. I don't want to go my life looking like that. Shit, if I had a half burnt face, I might as well put on an old raggedy hat, a little ugly Christmas sweater, and some gloves with knives on them and just start cutting up folk. I'd rather just do that than if I gotta walk around looking like that the rest of my life. I'm just saying. You can't fault me for it, cause come on, all y'all know damn well you will feel the same way Ava do. If your face look, come on, you know you would want to fix that. The funny part is though, what if she do go get the surgery? What if she get the surgery and she come back looking like Sade or somebody? They just fuck her face up. Not fuck it up in a way where she look ugly, but they make her face look like somebody else though. That's not her old face. Like that should be hilarious. Like that'd be ill. I'd be sick. What if she like for real? What if she come back looking like Sade? Y'all know who Sade is. Smooth operator. Y'all know who Sade is. Don't act like y'all don't know Sade. Or y'all older people, y'all know who the hell Sade is. Don't play. But what if she come back with a face looking like Aretha Franklin or Celine Dion? Could you imagine that shit? I know the writers ain't gonna do that, but I'm just saying, what if they did? As a shock to us, what if they did that? She came back looking like Celine Dion. I'm like, oh shit. If she come in this bitch looking like Celine Dion, I swear to God, I want to hear that song because you love me. That's what I want to hear. That was my song though. Celine Dion sung the shit out that song. I think that was the name of the song, but she sung the shit out that song. I listen to that shit all the time. I be up on my shit. Don't act like you too good to listen to Celine Dion. I'm just saying she could sing. Um, but anyway, Kiki was over there trying to show her the picture, the poster or whatever she made for the art gallery. Kiki was all up in her shit. Kiki was just all in her business. But what I found funny was Kiki was saying that she wanted to go with Ava to Florida because that's where Ava told her she was going. The funny thing is, when Dylan asked Kiki to go to Morocco with him, she said she had way too much work to do. She had a lot of shit to do. She couldn't go. So you couldn't go to Morocco with Dylan, but you could go to Florida with your mother for a few days. Come on now. I remember shit. Come on. That's exactly what she said. She couldn't go because she had work to do. But all of a sudden, you can hop on a plane at the drop of a dime to go to Florida with your mother. Don't you have work to do at the hospital? I'm just saying. Studying to do, all that shit. And then the funny thing is, she asked Ava, "Oh, so you didn't tell Griffin that you were going?" Griffin ain't her daddy. Griffin ain't her man. She ain't got to tell Griffin where she going. Shit, they ain't talking right now. So why do she have to inform him of her whereabouts? It's none of his business. Point blank. Period. It's none of his damn business. You ain't got to tell him shit. Um. So anyway, Franco, let's get him out the way. Because I really didn't care for shit Franco was doing today. I'm gonna be real. I felt like everything else was more interesting than what Franco was talking about. Because he it ain't no movement in his storyline. He went to go see Heather and brought her a damn BLT plus that picture of him and Jason in the picture as kids. Heather refused to see him. She thanked him for the BLT through the security guard, but the guard said Heather didn't want to see him, and she had no answers for him regarding that picture, or she didn't want to answer a question. So Franco feel like Heather keeping some type of secret that she don't want him to know. It's probably because she ain't your real mother. That's probably the damn secret. It's probably what it is. She probably not your real mother. Shit, maybe Susan Moore really did have twins, and Franco is one of those twins. Who knows? I don't think. Obviously, they're not identical twins, but it's clear that they're fraternal twins. You know what this storyline reminds me of? And I know y'all probably gonna say I already know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you were watching One Life to Live at that time, this shit reminds me. So I don't know if I mentioned this before. I probably did, but this reminds me of when Vicky got pregnant with Jessica. And back in 2000, 2001, they reconned the story and said that she had twins. Remember, Jessica and Natalie were fraternal twins. Natalie was a redhead and Jessica was blonde. In that picture, Franco looked like a damn redhead, well, a brunette, and Jason is a blonde. The writers think they slick. And Shelly, I think it was Shelly or Jean, but one of them or both of them actually used to work on One Life to Live, so it doesn't surprise me that they're going this route. Um, yeah, I said, oh shit, here we go with this Jessica and Natalie redux. This time we're doing it with Franco and Jason. Here we go, blonde boy and a brunette. Here we go. Um, so anyway, I really don't care about this right now until I see more movement in this storyline. I don't care. So anyway, moving on from that, it's the day of Rocco's party. Lulu was all up in Valentine's face at the Metro Court about what his business was with Ava, and I agree with Valentine. It's none of whatever business I got with Ava is none of your business. I said thank you. It's none of her business. Sit down. Um, so she goes home, and my whole thought was even before she went home, I'm like, why are you so concerned about what Ava and Valentine are talking about? Why don't you go home to your son's birthday where your son and your daughter is? You keep hollering and complaining about your daughter and how you're not gonna let Valentine win. Go home and go be with your daughter. You got both your kids at the house, and it's your son's birthday. Go there, shut up and go. Shit, spend that quality time with them. You know what I mean? Worry about the custody later. This is supposed to be a celebration, a joyous occasion. It's your son's birthday. So Olivia was the first guest to arrive. She brought her baked ziti. I don't know where Ned was, but she brought her baked ziti or whatever. Dante's still super kind of pissed about Valentine still, being in the picture with Charlotte or whatever. Dante, you need to get over it. That's that girl father. Get over it. And even Olivia said the same thing. She was like, y'all need to find a way to coexist. At the end of the day, you have no choice. Coexist. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I'm gonna speak from the heart because I'm gonna be real with you. I want Dante and Lulu to have full custody, but if you have a choice of joint custody, I think joint custody would be better because why drag this out in court? You know what I mean? You're not doing nothing but hurting Charlotte more because she's in the middle of all of this. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to be devastated in the end when you fight tooth and nail like this. I think Valentine, no, I think Dante and Lulu would be a better fit for Charlotte because look at their home life. Even from scenes that we see with them, they have such a great family dynamic. It's like adorable as shit to see. Like when they were all on the couch and shit, playing games, playing board games, reading books. It was a nice family dynamic. Lulu talking about they had brownies or cookies in the oven. It was nice. Like it reminds you of a normal family. And I like that. When I see her with Nina and Charlotte, I mean Charlotte with Nina and Valentine, I see the love there, but I don't feel that family unit, that coziness like I feel when she's with Dante, Lulu, and Rocco. And I like the fact that Dante and Lulu, their house is comfortable. It looks comfortable, cozy, warm, and inviting. It's a regular family home. There's nothing wrong with a big ass castle, but come on, like, is that castle is dreary, is dark, drafty looking? Like, I would take Lulu and Dante's place over that place any day of the week. It's too huge. Um, but if they have to do joint custody, I say go that route. Do that because in the long run, it's going to be good for Charlotte. Because at the end of the day, Valentine is her dad. She loves her dad, obviously. She's very connected to her dad. So I think she should have all her parents in her life. And I consider Nina and Dante to be her parent too because they're step parents. So I consider that. But in the long run, I feel like she'd be better off with Dante and Lulu full time. I think she would because she's grown a bond with Lulu. She's grown a bond with her brother and her stepfather. She loves being there, and that's obvious. I like it. But so anyway, they were talking about some expensive video game that Rocco wanted. When she said expensive, I thought the same thing because every video game, if you're a video game player and you play video games, you buy video games for a computer or even for a PlayStation 4, those games cost $60. That shit is expensive. I know because I bought plenty of video games WWE 2K, NBA 2K, Until Dawn. All those games cost $60. GTA 5. That shit is expensive. $60 is expensive for a video game. I'm just saying that's uberly expensive. Um, I dread buying video games sometimes. For me to spend $60 on a video game, it has to be worth it. Even still, it's just high as fuck. But Valentine shows up at the door with a present for Rocco. At first, I was gonna say that's nice. He got a present for Rocco. But when Rocco opened up the gift and it was that video game he wanted, I was like, this son of a bitch. Valentine did that shit on purpose, and you seen the look on his face, that smirk that he had on his face. He knew damn well Dante and Lulu was gonna buy Rocco that game. He knew. I know he knew because I could sense it on his face. He figured they was gonna buy him that game, so he tried to one up them and get the game to Rocco, so Rocco could open up that game first, and he could rub it in Lulu and Dante's face. And now Lulu and Dante got to take the game back that they bought Rocco, the same game. They got to bring it back now. I say he's an asshole. He's an asshole. That was a dick move right there. That really was. I could see if he legitimately did that shit by accident, but I know he did it on purpose. That smirk said it all. He did it on purpose. He's a son of a bitch. This is the Valentine I actually like seeing. When he's away from Nina, I actually like him like this because it goes to show how much of an ass he is. He tries to play that doting husband, doting father role when he's around them. But when he's by himself, he's a straight jackass. Like he's a total ass, but I like it though. It makes him interesting. You know what I mean? And the look on Lulu and Dante's face when they was like, okay, so when Rocco starts blowing shit up, we're gonna blame it on you. And I couldn't believe that they actually said that in front of the kids. I was like, okay, so you're just gonna say all that in front of Charlotte? Like, damn. And of course, he had to bring up the custody and stuff like that. Dante didn't want to hear shit he had to say. He just shut the door right in his face. Dante didn't want to hear nothing he had to say. And I agree with Dante. It's not even about that right now. They should focus on the custody later. Just focus on your son's party. Focus on the birthday. That's your focus. Focus on that. So, Sonny, Carly, Sam, Elizabeth, they're all at the hospital. I know some people were wondering why Billy Miller's face is not being shown. I heard a rumor about that. Um, this is just a rumor. This is not confirmed, but I heard that Frank Valentini didn't want to pay Billy Miller just to lay in the bed and not move, not have no dialogue. So that's why they're not showing Billy Miller's face. They basically have a stunt actor in the bed because he didn't want to pay. Because to have Billy Miller just lay in the bed, that means you have to pay him because he's on TV, so you have to pay him. They didn't want to do that, so they hired a stunt guy to just lay in the bed. They're not gonna show his face. It makes sense from a financial standpoint. I think that's a cheap ass move, but financially it makes sense. I understand why he would do that. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a rumor going around. But if it is true, I can totally understand why. I mean, these actors, Billy Miller and all them, are not cheap. That's extra money that you got to spend for them not to have any dialogue, not to move. So it's understandable. Um, some people were complaining about it, but I really kind of don't see a problem with it because if he's not having dialogue, he's not waking up. What's the point of having paying him just to lay around? You know what I mean? What's the point? That's a lot of money that you could save by just not having him appear. You know what I mean? Makes sense to me. Um, Sam went the fuck off today. Like she snapped on motherfuckers today, and I can't say I blame her. She snapped. Oh, she went off. OD. Um, because Griffin basically told her that she might want to start considering taking Jason out of the hospital and putting him in a long-term care facility. Basically how Sonny and Carly did with Michael. They put Michael in a long-term care facility when he got shot in the head and he was in a coma. Because at this point there's nothing more the doctors can do for Jason. They did surgery, they ran tests. There's nothing more the hospital can really do for him at this point. He's gonna have to eventually go to a care facility because it's nothing more Monroe or anybody else can do for him. And Sam was not having it. Sam said, "Nope, he gonna lay his ass right in that bed in this hospital." She said, "I don't give a fuck what you got to do, make it happen." She said he gonna stay there. And you know, Monica is chief of staff, so they're all rich. So I mean, they can keep him there. It's gonna cost a lot of money to keep him there because they need the open beds for other patients. But you know, they can keep him there. It's just gonna cost you out the ass. That's why I mentioned their insurance bill, like their premium and stuff. 'Cause I know they shit high. All them hospital trips him and Sam constantly take, that shit costs money. Like I know the insurance company is like, yo, either we gonna raise y'all premiums and make y'all pay out the ass for our insurance company, or we gonna drop y'all from our insurance company because y'all just too damn costly. Like they stay in the hospital. I know Sonny and Carly shit high as fuck too. All them times Sonny ass them been shot and blown up. I know they shit high as shit. Um, thank God they're millionaires because if it was me, I'd be broke. I owe that hospital so much money. Thank God I don't get sick. Um, but anyway, Sonny and Carly was talking about them moving back in or whatever. You know, Carly and Jocelyn moving back in, but Sonny was like, he don't think that's a good idea right now for them to move back in or for Jocelyn to move back in. He thinks everything is cool, but he got guards watching her house and stuff like that just in case. Because he don't know what his enemies might do. Some of the family, you know, the family members, the five families, they're cool with him keeping his territory or whatever because it shifts, you know, the balance of power maintains. But yeah, Sam went the fuck off. Sam went off on Elizabeth for keeping Jason away from her 2 years ago, making everybody think he was dead when he was really alive as Jake Doe. She was pissed about that still. Because Sam never unleashed her anger about all of this stuff. She was pissed off with Carly because she felt like Carly wanted her to go home so she could be by Jason's side all day. Because she always felt like Carly wanted Jason for herself, not in a romantic sense, but just always be up her ass all the time. You know what I mean? Sam just let the fuck loose. Carly was trying to tell her she out of control. I don't find her out of control. I think she's finally saying to you, all of you, what she been wanting to say to y'all. She's had enough. She's had enough of Elizabeth and her machinations. She's had enough of Carly and her shenanigans. She's had enough. Like, she's never exploded on them like this before about Jason, ever. And this was her time to do it. And she took that time and she did it. Her husband could fucking die. They're basically telling him he's probably never going to wake up. They're talking long term care facility. So basically, they have no hope he's going to wake up. She's finally voicing up. She's finally speaking up and letting her voice be heard. How many times over the years, even when Steve Burton was playing Jason, how many times over the years did Carly come barging into Jason's penthouse when him and Sam wanted to be alone? Sam never complained. She never nothing. She excused herself every time Carly came over and went upstairs. Every time. She basically dismissed herself every time Carly came over. Like Carly was queen of the gods. Every time. She always did that. You know what I mean? Like always. And I think Sam has finally had enough. She's tired of it. She's sick of the bullshit. I can't say that I blame her. I don't blame her. You know? Something's got to give nowadays. You know, something got to give. This is her husband. He could die. He's the father of her kids, allegedly, because we don't know which Jason is Jason. But until then, allegedly, he's the father of both her children. Um, and she don't know what's gonna happen. You know, she's scared. She lost out on a lot of time with Jason. She recently got him back, and she feels like that time she had with him was not enough, especially during the time she didn't have him. You know what I mean? And now it's all snatched away from her. So I can't really say that I blame her. And Sonny went to have a cup of coffee at the Metro Court with Griffin, and they were talking and stuff like that. Um, this is what pissed me off. Why? So Sonny has time to have a cup of coffee with Griffin, but he can't go to his grandson's birthday party. Like, why is that? Like, seriously, Sonny can't even be bothered to go to his own grandson's birthday party. When Griffin said, "Oh, we should go back to the hospital," Sonny never once said, "Oh, I gotta go to my grandson's birthday." He never mentioned Rocco at all. Never mentioned him. It's like Rocco doesn't even exist. And mind you, that's Sonny's only grandchild, his only grandson. And you don't even mention his birthday. You don't have a gift for him. I mean, come on. Olivia is his grandmother, and she was the first one at the party. You should have been the second one at the party with a gift. Why weren't you here? Even if he's going to be there tomorrow or whatever, he still should have been there today on today's episode. I understand Jason's his friend, but your grandson should come first. We don't never see Rocco with Sonny at all. Where was Michael? Michael's too busy running off with Nell. Why wasn't he at his nephew's birthday party? Like, come on. Like, why aren't you at your nephew's birthday? Christina, none of them showed up. I'm like, y'all are the sorriest relatives I ever seen in my life. I'm sorry. But if I was Rocco, when I get older, all y'all asses would be cut off. I'm just saying, how y'all not gonna go to his birthday party? Like, that's trifling. Valentine even showed up with a gift. And Valentine is the devil himself, and he showed up with a gift. Come on now, y'all. That goes to show how trifling the Corinthoses are. Like y'all, some trifling asses. That the most hated man in that family, who's not even a part of that family, showed up with a gift, and his own grandfather not there with a gift. His own uncle's not there with a gift. His aunt is not there with a gift. His step grandmother not there with a gift. Like, where are y'all at? Like, damn. I can understand Laura not being there. Laura has an excuse as to why she not there. She's in Europe right now with Spencer, so it makes sense. But the rest of y'all are actually in town, and y'all got money. Y'all could have bought that boy a gift and came to the house. Like y'all trifling as fuck. I'm sorry, but they would have been cut off. And Dante ain't mentioned them not one bit. Like I just feel bad. Like that's sucky. Your granddaddy ain't show up. Trifling, trifling. But anyway, that was the episode. Just trifling, yo. Who does that shit? Come on now. Y'all could have gave that boy some type of gift, text, a call, something. I mean, he's too young to text, but damn, send a smoke signal, a bat signal, something. Um. So anyway, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all felt about this episode in the comments. I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.